one of my favorite paintings. I can't remember the artist's name. It's this dude standing on a cliff overlooking.
Oh, look it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Pull it up on the screen. Jamie, can you pull up Navigator?
Yeah.
Good job, E-Team. Thanks, Brandon.
What's up, everybody? It's Musicians Forced Podcast. I'm Mikey, that's Brandon, and Hugh's behind the camera, and we're half of Harlem, Hayfield. And if you don't hit the goddamn subscribe button,
Right now.
I'm kidding. Don't subscribe. We don't want you to.
Yeah.
It's reverse psychology.
Yeah,
What's up?
don't do it.
Yeah. Don't subscribe. Don't be a sub.
Yeah, bitch.
Be a Dom.
I hate you.
Yeah. Anyway, so what's up, fellas? We had a good night last night. Dusted off some Boneyards. And
Oh, yeah.
knocked them out.
Yeah, that was nice to just dive right in and like.
That
go in
means
with
we
a plan.
wrote. That means we wrote a song. He said, "Dusted off some boneyards," and
Oh yeah, I guess not everybody knows what that means. I mean,
They'll learn.
We have mentioned it here, but yeah, like
They'll learn, or they'll smile and nod to their monitor, like, proud of you.
yeah,
Good.
yeah, good job. Yeah. I think we try to keep it pretty loose, and even when we have a show coming up, we're not like we have to play through the set start to finish when we get there. If there's something we really need to work on, we'll say, guys, let's focus. But that's so rare.
It's like you tap in twice. You get to practice and you say, like, all right, does anybody have anything off the top of their head they need to work on or they want to go through, or any new song ideas, stuff like that. And then we pitter-patter around on gear and, write some stuff or rehash some stuff. And
we dick around and hang out a whole lot.
at the end of the night, though, once
beginning of the
again,
night.
we go through before we quit. Does anybody have anything they need to cover? We'll go down the set list. Everybody good with this one? Good.
We go
good.
in, set up our gear, bullshit for 45 minutes, talking,
Stand in
hanging
the
out,
garage.
drinking beer, out in the garage, whatever. Sometimes an hour before we do anything.
Yeah.
That sets us up to make good music because we're relaxed.
It's the same thing we do at a show. I mean, like,
you
it
get your
makes
dick
it
off
feel
out
right.
the way, and
Yeah.
then you can focus.
Then you go in, play music, and like Mikey said, that's when it's like, what do we need to do? What needs to happen tonight? Like, what do we have to do? And then if we're writing, we're writing, excuse me.
If there's something big coming up, I know we've gotten in like the group chat before and been like, we really need to hit this as soon as we get to practice. And,
Yeah.
you
But
know.
even then, it's not like everyone get in from the garage at 7 on the dot. It's
No.
always,
No.
we might have a plan. And just like last night, we said before we got to practice, you guys were in the chat, you guys were working on lyrics, last night or, a couple
the
days
night
ago.
before, yeah.
And so you said, hey, we've got something that we think we can wrap up.
Yeah.
So let's hit those hard. And we did.
And even that was impromptu. I got home, I got on the video game and shit. I'm chilling. And what started it?
I said to you that we should work on those lyrics, but I didn't know you were going to do it right now.
Oh, yeah. And then I
Yeah.
was like, what are you doing right now? Let's go. Let's work on it now. I was playing a video game while we were writing the shit. And I was like, all right, what about this? And it's one of those, my writing, if I'm closing out a song, I feel like my strongest thing I bring to the table is matching the cadence of another verse, or a different, we need a different part for the bridge. It needs to sound similar to this.
That makes sense.
Same amount of syllables or whatever,
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, if we're just duplicating a verse on, Siren Song
You
is
can
the
take
one
that
we
and
were
run with it.
finishing it. Yeah, then I can take it and run with it. And yeah, we powwowed a little bit and then we had something. And we just had a Bluetooth speaker. You play the song, listen to it, think about it.
Right.
Think about not only what rhymes and what sounds good, but does it go with the story? If the song has a story, it's got to make sense.
That's what I always do. Like we said that a bunch of times the other night working on it. Like, you might have words that are flowing that sound cool or whatever, but then you get to where you're like, what am I trying to say? Like, what does this song actually say?
Sure.
That's generally your chorus.
You know?
Your chorus is generally like the overarching theme of what the verses or the individual story snippets are about.
I'll get
Mhm.
like writing a song, I'll get halfway through it, and sometimes I'll have to back up and go back all the way to the first verse and be like, I'm getting way off the fucking rails here. Like,
I
this
get
is
that a
not
lot.
where
It's
I
hard.
wanted it to go. And then you got to kind of reform it, you know, into what you actually are trying to get across, what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Because you might write a chorus or something that feels like a chorus, and then once you get farther along, at least I've had this happen where I'm like, well, that's not the topic of this. What I wrote for that chorus was actually that belongs in a verse. That's not the whole grasp of the song.
What's funny about that is when I'm writing, because I've tried writing lyrics like on a computer, it's not the same.
No.
There's a disconnect when you're not moving a pen across a page. And for that reason, I used to be hesitant about writing lyrics in one of my little fancy lyric books because, well, what if I mess up and stuff like that? You know, I wanted it to look pristine because I can't erase pens. So you scratch it out and you write above it barely. And
I want all that.
That's the art
Yeah.
of those things. Like when we went to Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and you see those scratched out lyric sheets and shit.
Yep.
That's gorgeous,
Yeah.
man.
That
That's
was
the human thought process visualized.
yeah, seeing what Penny Lane was
Yeah.
originally going to be about, and then just scrapped and like, nope, this is just
Yeah.
all the people.
Or like, I mean, and it goes into other mediums too. Because you think about like when we went to Newfields for the Salvador Dali
oh yeah,
exhibit,
That took me a second.
and
You
he
can see his
had
pencil
his
marks.
You could they had the original. They had like
Oh,
four of his
yeah, yeah.
original paintings there, and you could see the pencil marks. Like
I
where he
remember
was
standing
plotting
there.
the
We
shit
probably
out.
have that on video somewhere.
yeah.
But I know we do. I remember seeing it. Like,
Yeah.
But I remember just standing there looking at, because he's my favorite artist of all
Yeah.
time, and just being in awe, looking at those pictures. And you get right up on the glass like this, you know, and you're just like, and you know, I like to draw and paint too, so this is interesting to me. And I remember I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, holy shit, man! Like you can see the scratch
This is
marks.
the idea.
This is where like the barely
like
little
guidelines.
faint pencil lines
Yep.
behind the paint, and you can see them.
Or you can
And-
see where like he was gonna draw a clock here,
Yeah.
but he changed his mind, and that same shape is like 2 inches over.
That's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Have you seen? I'm gonna have to go back and look it up. There's a series on YouTube about I think it's called Explaining Art,
Mhm.
and it goes into like really like it goes in depth about like Edward Monk's The Scream. You know, that painting. Like it gives a really good description not only of like what was happening like
It's like a thesis on
socio-economically.
it.
Yeah, it talks about like it's not just like, oh, here's this artist and the things he liked. It was like this is what life was like where he was, and that's why he decided to do this.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
like,
I got to watch that.
One of my favorite paintings, I can't remember the artist's name, but it's called Navigator Above the Sea of Fog. And it's this dude standing on a cliff
Hmm.
That's it.
overlooking.
oh, look it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Pull it up on the screen. Jamie, can you pull up Navigator
Yeah.
Above
Good job, E-Team. Thanks, Brandon.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm
my
gonna
one.
need your Wi-Fi password probably.
Well, you're going to have to cut this out.
Wanderer Above a Sea of Fog by David Friedrich.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
Ooh, that's pretty.
I have that painting still in my Amazon wish list to get a canvas print of it because it's going in my bedroom.
Oh, you know what? You've shown me that.
That's been my
before.
cover photo on Facebook before too.
Yeah, and you describe why.
Well, the deep dive on this that I watched it was going into a whole lot of detail about like the guy is in a commanding position, but he's also studying the terrain. The fog, he's looking into his future, basically. The fog is the uncertainties of the future. He's not above asking for support, hence the walking stick. If you look at the slopes of the mountains, they all slope toward him, meaning your destiny points to you. It's your, obligation to fulfill whatever you need to fulfill. I mean, there's a bunch of, and it went on for a while. There's a bunch of symbolism in this. But after that deep dive, I was like, I love it. I
That's
gotta
pretty
have
sweet.
It is a cool painting. How old is it?
it. Oh, 20s?
1818.
1818. Jesus.
Let's go
100.
back.
So close to the 20s, but
Yeah, 1820s.
1820s.
But
Yeah.
yeah. So I still have that on my wish list, like a canvas print of it.
Now, can you describe what? And so I know this because I just read it on Wikipedia. But as someone who went to art school and had to take many art history classes, I should be able to tell you what movement this is from. Can either you tell me what art movement this is from?
Absolutely not.
Mikey?
Let's see. It's not. Well, let me see what it's not. It's not surrealist. It's not abstract. It's not. It's not romantic.
Ding, ding, ding.
It is romantic.
It is romantic.
How do you
Yep.
know that?
Wikipedia.
Okay.
That's the only reason I know.
I forgot you're sitting in front of a computer.
Yeah,
I'm sitting here going, oh, wow, he did learn something.
Wow,
Now,
look
tell
at
tell
I
us more.
thought I thought to be a romantic painting, you had to have like a naked chubby girl eating grapes.
He's looking at her from the.
Oh, she's down in the
yeah.
fog.
Yep. But what the hell? Oh, we were talking about mark making. Oh, this all stemmed from talking about
You're writing.
writing
The writing the
and
songs.
wanting the
Yeah.
scribble marks. Well, I remember you didn't want to
I don't write my
sully
books.
the first page of your book with that.
Oh, with some shit.
Yeah. But I do. I'm like Brandon. I like having the arrows and scribbles.
Now I do.
and all that stuff.
Not in the
my
books I
book.
buy that I read, but lyric
Yeah.
books, yes.
What are you looking at me for?
Because you writing shit.
What did I write in?
All the books.
What books?
You
all
talked-
your books.
You talked about how you like to.
Oh,
take
I-
That
notes
was
in
like
your-
episode
Hold on,
one.
hold on. I thought you were telling me I wrote in your book.
No.
No,
Okay.
he's just judging
Then,
you
then,
for.
if you're just judging me, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do write in my books, and I love writing my books. Pens, highlighters, all of it. Because to me, that is the same thing. It's somebody studied this, somebody, they loved it. They
He
cared
still
about it.
hasn't got me a copy of Man's Search for Meaning.
I'll give you your copy.
Yeah. Now that it's wrote
With all the
in.
scribbles in it. Yeah, but when I get my lyric books, like I buy like the leather bound
Yeah.
lyric books, I can't wait to get in there and just just destroy them with pen marks and shit. Like it just makes it alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
I used to be like that. Like when I would get them, I'd be like, man, this is just too
I
nice.
used
a
to
book.
too. I said I'm not like that.
I
anymore.
know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like you, motherfucker.
Hugh gave us a monitor so he can show us all his antics from his youth.
Yeah. That's what some of this is. Let me see.
We're looking at a picture of Icon for Hire.
Yeah.
Local band that
At
went
the-
not local.
Yeah, local band that went regional. They went nationwide.
They went all
didn't
over the
They were all
world.
over the world.
Mhm.
What is that? Decatur Celebration?
That's the Decatur Celebration.
Man, I miss the Decatur Celebration. Dude.
I know.
Me too, man.
What do they call it? The White Trash Bash.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Hell
it was
yeah.
called. It was called that. While we're talking celebration, let me pull this up. So yeah, this is from 2011, and this is shit that I filmed at the Decatur Celebration while I was down there.
I remember this commercial. Look at
at
Ashley
Ashley.
Riley.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? I had no idea who the fuck she was.
She's just a baby.
He's a little baby.
He's still a
playing-
badass.
He's playing drums.
Yeah,
Looks like-
that's what I'm hoping that you're going to
Is that
recognize some of
Montgomery?
these people.
No, maybe it is.
If you haven't heard this, they're from Jupiter or something.
There's
Look
old
at
Graham.
Graham Ween, Age of
Of
Green. What
With this Alva shirt on.
What a fucking
skate
doofus.
nerd. That's the North Street stage. You can see the Avon there. We've all graced that stage a bajillion times.
It was crazy. Going back, because there was one specific video I remembered.
It's
and I
fucking
was
nuts.
like,
so you
oh,
didn't know any of these people.
I didn't
when
know
you were
any of you
shooting.
guys. And then when you started talking about the celebration, I'm like, I was there from 2007 to 2014. I was there all day, every day.
2011, I was just starting my first band.
So yeah,
So we didn't have any celebrations in our future.
we crossed, but it's just crazy that we crossed paths all these times.
Yeah, I was just down there drinking all weekend.
That's Jeff
Cam!
Puma.
That's Cam Shepler.
That's Cam Shepler. It looks like him, but I know Cam.
That's Cam. There he is.
was
I know that
scrubbing through and
guitar
I was like,
anywhere.
I know that guitar.
He's got the Gutterbound uniform on.
Yep. Oh shit! This is first gig.
I was there, dude. I was sitting right in the grass.
You shot this?
Well, I was there on a blanket
Yep.
watching this whole thing.
No shit.
Yeah.
There's Tristan, Giovanni. Is that Stella? No, that's not Stella.
Look at Mikey.
Mikey in a fedora, looking like I'm on a fucking
Did you
safari.
film that?
I did. I was interviewing you. I fucking interviewed you.
No shit.
10, 15 years ago.
There's Jeff Daly.
There's Tim Woods.
Yep.
Look at the little ones.
Oh my god, dude.
I don't know why the audio is so bad through this, but I'll put the actual audio over it later.
I know that's Emma Lacefield in the yellow.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time. But Giovanni's easy to spot.
Maddie. There's Emma. Wild, man.
Yeah.
There's me.
Oh shit. Yeah.
I look like
2014.
I
this is
look like
12
I'm on
years
a
ago.
river
Yeah,
tour
dude.
in
Hey,
the Amazon.
I was in the grass on a blanket, and also my kids were with me.
yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, we watched the whole thing from the blanket.
Man, that's awesome. Yeah. So that's
Actually, my blanket was right about where you're standing.
no shit.
We were right there.
That's
Honestly,
so
that
weird.
that is probably. I can't remember if I got what year was this. This was 14. This was the
2014.
first camp
Yeah.
in Decatur
No shit.
because I decided I went over and watched Danville in 2013
Man.
and started fundraising right after that
So I was.
to
I mean,
get 14 done.
I guess that makes sense because I would have made sure to go out and film it since this was the first
Yep.
time this ever happened out there.
Because we started off, we had 18 kids total, 3 bands at Eisenhower, not even at Milliken yet.
Hmm.
And you couldn't control the heat. They controlled the thermostat to Eisenhower at the Kyle building.
Oh yeah.
And it was the middle
yep,
of
yep,
summer
yep.
and school wasn't in session. So they didn't have the air on. So you do 18 divided by 3, 6 kids and 1 adult in a hot classroom in the middle of July.
Yeah.
8 hours of rocking. Whoo!
That's
Yeah,
That's
that
musty.
shit smelled like
So,
a science experiment.
First
man. It
gig then was
bad.
at Eisenhower for 14, 15, and 16.
Yeah, I think we moved over in 17.
Because I wasn't there for this. I didn't come until 16. I was there the last year at Eisenhower.
Yeah.
So,
that's crazy.
yeah. So I've been there. I've been in the camp 10 years now.
Yeah, because the last year we were there was the year we brought Matt Carter in
Yep. And I had to help
to
him.
be a band leader. Here's a fun fact. Matt is the only band leader that I ever had that was not a multi-instrumentalist.
Really.
Yeah.
Rash is, Hirsch is, Graham is, he is.
Yeah.
A lot of them guys, like Stefan, when we were using Stefan and Guido and them guys play multiple things,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
You
Yeah.
really kind of got to be able to play the drums a little bit.
You gotta have,
More
you
than
gotta have your
anything.
chops, you
And-
know.
The thing for me, because I can play a little drums,
Mm-hmm.
And I
You'd
can-
be fine at it.
and I can pick around on the bass, and I could point something out on the guitar. I would at least be able to explain what was wrong with it. But it's explaining how to do something.
Sure.
Because I remember when I was
Yeah.
younger, I would have friends like older relatives of friends be like, "Hey, Hugh, teach me how to play the piano," and I'm like, "I just know how to do it.
Mhm.
Right.
I don't know how to tell you how to do
Yeah,
it.
right.
barely
I don't know how
what
to
the fuck I'm
translate
doing."
it.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah.
I sit down and this is what makes sense to me.
That's
but
what makes that program so special is you got these people that can absolutely tear up any stage, but they know how to transpose that information into somebody else. And then you get like your department heads. I didn't need them to be multi-instrumental. I needed them to be the best from around here at what they do.
Yeah.
You know, Braun played guitar. That's what he did. He may have dabbled in other instruments. I don't know, but he played guitar. Joey played the shit out of bass.
Hey,
Somebody like
also-
Darren is a drummer.
Like
You
Braun,
know?
you go back up to Braun. He's not only a guitar player, he's a guitar teacher.
Yeah.
So like
So he already had that in
he
him.
teaches kids guitar every single day
Yeah.
of his life, and so does Brad
And
Hirsch.
so does Brad. Chris did for a while.
Yeah, Graham did it. You know,
Emma's done vocal lessons. I think she started doing vocal lessons after doing camp though. Because
Yeah.
I think I threw her in cold too. I'm like, you're the vocal person for the whole week. She's like, okay. And God love Decatur businesses. If you're ever in need, you go to them. And here's a fundraising tip. If you're ever looking for items for raffles and auctions and stuff, I'd make the flyer and have all the bands on it and stuff. And then I would also have a letter of intent. I would type up a letter of intent saying like, we are formally asking you for anything in a raffle, silent auction, things like that. Fully explain what the fundraiser's about, what the program's about, and sign it and then make copies of it, because sometimes they need something like that to get a tax write-off on
Sure,
those items
sure.
donated. So, and you don't look like, my car broke down 2 blocks. I just need $4 for this little girl's fundraiser.
Hey, man, I'm just trying to get a ride home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you wanna put your best foot forward when you're doing that shit. And that was a lot of work. But that week of camp, I was able to just sit in it and be like, hey, all right. This is, yeah, whatever. This has been Musicians Force the Podcast with half of Harlem Hayfield. I'm Mikey. That's Brandon Hughes behind the camera. And you are sitting there watching the screen. And while you're sitting there, subscribe to the channel.
Please help.
We'll see you next time. Peace.
Goodbye.